Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much.
Join us at Like Learning School and experience a transformative education journey. Visit our website at www.likelearningschool.com or contact us at +2348085095144 to learn more and get started today.
All right. The general formula of exponential change or compounded change. The general formula includes this n. You can call it x. Perhaps I might just use x because the question you have there that we need to use to explain this has a symbol that I don't want us to confuse with this. So let me call it x. xt. So what I wrote? So the future value is just present value, open the bracket, 1 plus or minus r over x, close bracket, raised to power xt, where fv is future value, of course, pv is present value, then r is the rate in percentage, x is the number of times it is compounded in a given period. That's number of times it is compounded on a regular basis for a given duration, which I will talk more about. And of course, t is that duration. So, for instance, you have this. If the sum of 2,500 is invested at the rate of 2% compounded annually, what will be the amount of the investment after 5 years? So it is compounded annually. In other words, how many times is it done once done in a year? How many times in a year?
One.
One. So x is simply 1. I would like to use x so it doesn't confuse the formula we're going to use later. So x is 1 because it is annually. Sometimes you hear the word per annum. It's the same thing. You've seen this word before?
Yes.
Per annum, which also means annually, per annum. If it is done once every year, it is per annum, which means x is 1. You know? R is rate, 2%, which is 0.02, you know, and then you just put into the formula. If it is an increase, plus. If it's a decrease, minus. And if something that's going to decrease, minus, that's just it. T is the number of years, you know. And of course, you can use that to find the interest. The compound interest itself is that future value minus the present value, so that you know what the interest is, which is like saying amount minus principal. I think we got this to be 2,760 as the amount. So the interest will be amount minus principal, which is 260. And I wanted you to see how it would be slightly different if it is compounded every 3 months. You know, this is another twist to it. It is now compounded every 3 months. That same investment, you know, now compounded every 3 months. So how many times will it be compounded in a year? That's the point. That's x. You know, the same question, but this time around it is compounded every 3 months. Sorry, I want to see if I can reveal all. Yeah. Okay. You're seeing it? Did you? Every 3 months, of course, means it will happen 4 times in a year. So x is 4. Every other thing stays the same. Present value is 2,500 as given in the question. You know, the rate is 2%. time is 5 years. Now x is now 4. So we apply future value is present value 1 plus or minus r over x. I prefer to call it x. So xt. And you will see that it is slightly bigger. It is usually slightly bigger if it is done that way. The first time we got 260, but this one we're getting 262. So it might look small, but if it is higher values of currencies in billions or millions, the 2 million, additional 2 million is already a lot. Look at when we did it first time, it was 260 this, but this second time we're getting 262. So depending on the arrangement the creditor, the investor has with his creditors or lenders, this might be an alternative way of calculating this. All right, so and then this question. So I'll just zoom in. You're seeing it. The function P models the population in thousands of a certain city T years after 2005. According to the model, the population is predicted to increase by n% every 18 months. Every 18 months. Did you see that? So how many times will it be done in a year? Because we need that to get x. N is the rate. That's why I changed the formula. The symbols are used. N.
How many times in a year?
And how many times in a year? If it is done, compound them once. Yeah, 2/3, because if it is x number of times in 1 year, it is done once every 18 months. So x every 12 months. That's 2/3, or 4/6. So you can see why this 4/6 is the x in the question. Can you see why that 4/6 is the x? So that means 0.4 is the rate. Yes. N% is n over 100, which is 0.4. So n is 4. Just solving this question. So n is actually 4. Because the formulas are related, the two formulas with compound interest, the general formula for compound interest. We have discovered that 4/6 is the number of times it is compounded in a year. Or 2/6, it's the same thing, which shows up here, So it means this additional 1.0. Can you do what? I didn't hear you.
The network went out.
Oh, okay. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
You weren't hearing me at a point. Wow. All right. So I just confirmed that the x is 4/6, as we have shown here. X is 4/6 because the number of times it is done in a year is 2/3. It is done once every 18 months. X, which is the number of times in a year, which is 12 months, by simple proportion gives us 12/18, which is 2/3 or 4/6. And it's already showing here, So the additional 0.4 is the rate. Are you still with me?
Yes.
So if n% is that additional 0.4, so n% means n over 100 is 0.4. What's n? Just simple arithmetics. N is cross multiply 100 times 0.4, which is 4%. So 4 is actually correct for this.
Mm.
All right, let me give you this.
Do you have to?
There's a type of feed that you require logarithm. Have you done
For
logarithm?
what? Yes,
I-
I have,
Imagine,
but
ima-
for what?
imagine you are you find the time. Imagine you are giving the future value. You are giving future value, and you are giving present value, and you are giving the rate to find the time. Maybe it's even compounded annually. Okay, let's even say the future value is 4,800. The present value is 2,000, or maybe let's just say 2,000. And the rate is 4% or 5%, and it's compounded annually. How do you find T?
Um, oh, that's where logarithms come in.
Pardon?
That's where logarithms come in.
Yes, so a V equal to PV 1 plus or minus is rate over 100, or rate raised by this. So just substitute. You're going to look for the power, so you need to do something, you know. Anyway, since it's an increase, future value is bigger, so I don't even need to write the plus or minus. I know it's plus. So just think about it. How do you get a T? It's compounded annually, so I don't need to write over 1 and 1 times that. Annually means x is equal to 1. That already means the x equal to 1. The number of times is compounded per year is 1, so there's no need to include all that. So what do? You write 4,800 is equal to present value 2,000, then 1 plus, the rate is 5%, so that will be 1.05 raised to power t. So how do you finish it up? Are you still with me?
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you solve this? How would you solve this?
Okay. You divide both sides
By
by,
2,000.
yep.
Okay. I wanted to use something that can be easy to get. Anyway, don't worry. Divide both sides by 2,000. That will give us 4.4. Am I right?
Yeah.
All right. So 4,800 divided by 2,000, that would be 4, no, 2.4. 4,800 divided by 2,000, that would be 2.4. So 2.4 is equal to 1.05 raised to the power t. So how do you find the t?
Is, is, I know it has to do with the log. Wait, let me try to remember.
Mm-hmm.
Cause I remember, like, I did this in school last year.
Yeah.
There would be
Yeah. Are you still here?
hello.
Yeah, yeah. Internet dropped in quality,
Yeah,
but I can hear
that's
you
the
now.
way.
Yeah, go ahead. I can hear
So
you. So 2.4
what
is. Mm-hmm.
think you take the log of both sides, then you now bring the thing in front of the log, I think. I
Beautiful.
still remember that. Oh, okay.
That's
Because it
correct.
has to do with throwing stuff around.
That's correct. Take log of both sides. A log of anything. You can just use log of base 10 of both sides. You know. So because you can get something like this. I hope you know. I'm happy that you already know. Take log of both sides. So that gives log 2.4, of course, in base 10 is equal to log 1.05 raised to the power t base 10. And you know, once you take log, the power comes down.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that's t log 0.1.05. So that's just it. You know that. So t is simply log 2.4 over log 1.05, of course, in base 10. Can you do that very quickly? Let's get an answer.
Yeah. 17.9.
Okay. Sorry, let me write this better, please. T log that. So almost 18 years. You see that?
Yep.
T log 1.05. So 17.9 is approximately 18 years. So it will take 18 years for that to happen. Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
you may be asked, how many years will it take for you to double? You know, of course, for you to double, if one is 2x, the future value is 2x, the present value will be x, is it not?
Yeah.
And you do everything, you just divide by x, because fewer values will be given, fewer quantities will be given when they are talking about doubling. Something like this, how many years will it take an investment to double, that's another example, double its value if compounded annually at the rate of 4%, you know. So the same principle. So what do you do?
Um, like the question gave us what the initial value is.
That's what I'm saying. Because they have given you sufficient information, you wouldn't need all that.
Oh, plug the stuff into the formula.
Pardon?
I will plug the stuff into the formula.
Okay, let's do that now. So future value, present value, 1 plus rate, is equal to t, because it's compounded annually per annum. So x is 1, so there's no need to write xt or over x again. Once it is annually, you wouldn't need all that. Okay. Alright, so t is what we're looking for. For you to double, it means it's going to be 2 times, isn't it?
Yes.
So the present value will be x. So that's why all those things are not needed. So you just have 1 point, that's 1.04 as about t. So you divide both sides by x, isn't it? So that gives divide both sides by x. Of course, that will give 2 equal to all that. 2 is equal to 1.04 reciprocal t, and we take log of both sides. That will eventually give us log 2 is equal to t log, so that we don't waste time with all the steps. Or t equal to log 2 divided by log 1.04. Can you do that?
Okay.
Pardon?
17.7.
So close again. 17.7. Can you divide 72 by 4?
9 divided what?
72 by 4. I want to see something.
72 by 4. 18.
Okay, there's an approximate way we get this. I will confirm. There's usually a number you can just use to divide maybe the rate, and you get something close to that. If it is something that doubles, anyways. Alright, that's it about this. Always take note of when it is compounded annually or compounded like half yearly. How many times will it be done in a year?
1/3. No, twice.
It will be done twice. So x is actually equal to 2 in this case. In the formula p is equal to v 1 plus r over x xt. In this case, x is equal to 2. It's done twice every year, and then the number of years t is also equal to 2. Alright, so you just apply it properly. Okay, I think that's fine.
Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment. Thank you so much.
Welcome to Like Learning School, your premier online education platform. At Like Learning School, we are dedicated to helping students and learners unlock their full potential, providing them with the foundation, support, and guidance they need for academic excellence. Our platform caters to two main target audiences. Firstly, we work with school children of all ages, offering academic follow-up and accountability partnerships. Our seasoned tutors provide personalized attention to ensure students stay on track and reach their goals. Secondly, we support students and learners who are preparing for internal, external, entrance, or professional examinations. We offer comprehensive and well-structured support to help them achieve outstanding performance in their exams. Our robust virtual courses are designed to keep students engaged and motivated. With interactive videos showcasing our teaching sessions, students actively participate in the learning process, making education enjoyable and effective. But that's not all. We believe in personalized education. Our students have access to personalized tutorial sessions, whether online, physical, or hybrid, tailored to their unique learning needs. Join us at Like Learning School and experience a transformative education journey. Visit our website at www.likelearningschool.com or contact us at +234 808 509 5144 to learn more and get started today.